I hope someday to be like Scrooge McDuck and to have a huge pile of metal ingots to swim in. Anyway, this is our cache of bronze from last episode. I believe we have like 33 ingots here, which is pretty nice. And I managed, wrong chest, to get exactly the number of double ingots we need. 7 for the anvil, and another 16 to make our bloomery. So let's get the anvil out of the way right now, and I cannot tell you guys how hard it was for me to wait until this episode to craft this. I was just doing a little bit off camera. Oh, achievement, the Bronze Age. I was doing a little off camera, just getting everything ready for this episode, and I really wanted to craft this anvil. I literally had it laid out in my crafting grid and waited until I was recording. So now we can, you know what? For now, this anvil gets to sit on top of the other one, because we don't have a pick at the moment. If you'll recall, I mined and mined until my pick broke last time. That is what this is all about, actually. I'm not going to get through all that wood to show you. But yeah, in there I've got some of actually the last 2 remainder vessels that had those little bits of bronze in them, remember, that were otherwise useless, and a pick mold. So I am just going to light this. Oh, excellent. And once that finishes, we can pour out a new pick head. But in the meantime, we get to do something exciting. We get to work on making our bloomery, which is going to involve some of our first real metal smithing. First time I've really done it. So, in order to do this, we will need... Okay, so let's bring up not enough items. Okay, so what we have right now are bronze double ingots. When we heat these and put them in our new anvil, our bronze anvil, we can work them to bronze sheets. Once we have 2 bronze sheets, we can combine them and work them again, or I don't know if we have to work them again. I think we actually just have to weld them. But we can weld them into bronze double sheets. And once we have those, we can take 8 of those and make a bloomery, which is how we first work with iron. So this means we have to heat up our bronze, and you can see I've got all my molds here in case something gets too hot. It will hopefully fill a mold instead of just disappearing. And I think hopefully we have plenty of charcoal. And so we're going to heat these up, and we can increase the speed of that by pumping our bellows. Yeah, so these are getting nice and hot. We need to get them up to working temperature, which for bronze I think is bright red. And with the bellows there, being able to increase the heat of the forge, we should actually be able to heat these up pretty quickly, I'm hoping. Although I'm not sure whether the mod has some way of modeling how massive an item is, and thus makes it heat slightly slower. You know, to heat a bronze double ingot might theoretically take twice as long as heating a single ingot. Oof. Okay, so I'm going to put these to the side for now, and let's try working this one. So if we come here and select sheet, hammer, hammer, hit, hit, hit. Okay, so first we shrink, and it is too cold now. Okay. Let's try this one. So this mini game, basically, the green ones move that green to the right. Awesome. We have a sheet. Oh, darn it. Okay, so we need to be a little quicker. If you look there, looks like two of our ingots just melted. Okay, but hopefully, if we're quick about this, good, we can weld them right back together and work them. Except our hammer broke. We had another double check. Okay. It is over here. Okay. Awesome. Another sheet. So if you'll notice, there are basically three symbols that'll appear up here. And you have to, basically symbols enter here when you click down here. So if I were to shrink, a shrink would go here. Then if I were to punch, it would be move over one, it would push it. So shrink would be here, punch would be here. And basically there are going to be symbols up here that have to match in order to successfully craft the item. Plus, you need the red and the green bars to be at exactly the same spot. Oh, good. And these cooled down completely to room temperature. Again, proving that the rumor I had heard that things kept over here keep their temperature is completely false. Okay, I am going to quickly make a couple of extra hammers so that I don't, and I messed up that hammer, and I messed it up for being anything. Okay, I'm going to make some extra hammers, and then I am going to make some more of these sheets, and once I have a bunch of them, I will come back and we can make our bloomery. Bloomery is what we were making. Oh, but before we do that, let's just quickly do this. So, okay, there's a pick mold. Right click here. Pick mold will start to fill. You can see this one had 90 units of bronze, and this one should have 10. And now we'll have another pick mold. Hooray! We have a pick again, finally. Well, I guess it didn't seem very long to you guys. It was a while for me. Okay. I am going to get to work on this, and I will see you in a couple minutes. Okay guys, this is the last ingot that needs to be turned into a sheet. Got it. Now, We just need to heat them up more. Get them back to welding temperature. And once we get them to welding temperature, we can, unsurprisingly, weld them, which will allow us to make the double sheets that we need. Okay, these two are right. So, weld. There's our first double sheet. I'm going to do that 8 more times, and then I will be back. See you soon. Okay, here is the last one. I thought I'd show you a little trick. Normally you can't shift-click into these slots, but because I put these rocks here, when I shift-click it goes straight in. Yes, it's probably not very original, but it's effective. Okay. I'm willing to bet all of these need to be cooled to actually craft the thing, but let's check. Nope. Ha! Congratulations. We now have our very first bloomery. Awesome. Now, of course. Oh, and here's my extra little water jug. I made this in case one of these broke, because they can. But the question is now, where are we going to find iron? I know we've marked a couple of spots. We've definitely seen hematite and magnetite. I guess the thing to do will be to re-equip ourselves and head out and find one of those pockets and see if we can't get some iron. Give me a second and I'll prepare for the trip. I realized something when preparing for the trip. We do not have very many ladders, nor many extra sticks. None in our chests. So I think what I should do, instead of going straight for the iron, is show you how I murder trees. For that we will need our scythe and our trusty axe. You've seen me chop some of these guys before, but I don't know if I've showed you, and man am I embarrassed if I have. Ooh, spider. Ha ha ha. And our bolt is returned to us to be used another day. Oh man, and sheep, I just realized, are a basically infinite source of crossbows when this one eventually breaks. Because to make a crossbow you need horns, which the rams drop, and you need wool, which the sheep make, plus some wood. But like, our sheep over there, once they eventually have their babies, are going to provide for us nearly infinite, not ammunition, weaponry. Weaponry is what they were going to provide. Oh good, creeper. Love them. Okay, so, I was showing you how I destroy trees. I try to find clusters of 2 trees, because the axe will sometimes cut both of them down if they're close enough. Take the scythe, and take out all the sticks and saplings and such from the leaves, And then you just use the axe to fell the trees. Yeah, see, it took down both those trees with a single chop. And from that we got maybe 20 sticks. Let's see what we get here. I'm actually going to do all these guys too. And as you can see, the scythe also does grass, so whenever we need hay, we can get it with the scythe, and it will be much faster than a single knife. Okay. Now we find whichever tree is lowest, this guy, and we chop it. This is simply because the axe only chops wood above the level you aim it at, so if we went to the higher tree, we'd leave a stump behind from the lower tree. But I find these white cedar are just fine for this. They've got a lot of leaves kind of low to the ground. None of them are so high that I can't get the leaves off the top. And yeah, they've been growing. I haven't had a problem finding groups of them. Like this one might actually take out all 4 of these, which would be pretty great. What's nice also about the scythe is it makes leaves an instant break, so you can jump and still get them. Okay, and we'll chop from here to start with, see how far this spreads. Might be a little too far away from the others to chop them all down. Nope. Yeah, that's always nice. It's like a mini game. See how many trees you can fell with a single chop. This will be 3. Over here it looks 3. I think that 4 we just got might be a personal best. Oh. No, I think these are too far away from each other. I think this could be just 4. Well, nothing to do but to test it. Let's see. What are your bets? I'm betting that we will get 4 trees with this chop, but there is the possibility that it could net us up to 6 if these 2 here are within range. And that would be pretty cool. Okay, so to give this every chance of working, I am going to chop from this tree here, which is kind of in the middle of all of them. Let's see what happens. Of course, it's also possible that only this one will fell. Oh, that's just sad. Okay, tell me at least these 2 will come together. Okay, so I severely miscalculated. That is incredibly disappointing. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna do this. Well, okay, I'm just finishing up here. and we're gonna make some ladders. Oh, and Mr. Zombie's decided to come join us. Here's the new bet. Can I chop this tree before he comes and gets me? Or will he burn up before he ever arrives? So exciting. Well, that was thrilling. And he dies right before I can hit him. Although it looks like I might have gotten experience, so maybe I did get the last hit. Anyway, that netted us a lot of wood and quite a few sticks. We can take the sticks and make more ladders, which is great. Yeah, that'll serve us for a long time. So I'm going to offload this wood to clear out my inventory, and I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, I nearly forgot something that I was very excited to show you. Our leather's done. The last leather, you'll recall, we used to make our bellows, which is very useful, and I'm very happy we had the leather for. But this leather goes for something more fun. So when you have leather, as you can see here, if you right click with a knife in your inventory, you can cut the leather. This is a lot like the crafting of clay or knapping of stone. So let's see if I get this right. Yes. This pattern will give us a quiver. Oh man, I'm so excited. I am not sure if the crossbow bolts work with the quiver, but I really hope they do. So, put it on your hotbar, right click, then, that's incredibly sad. Well, if you have something that fits in it, bam, right there. And then you can wear the quiver, and if you look right down here, you can see it will tell you how many items you have. You will automatically draw them if you are holding, like if I draw a bow. It's pretty cool. Plus, that's right, stylish. So stylish. As you can see, it also can hold the javelins that TerraFirmaCraft lets you craft. And we might craft up some of those with some of this bronze at some point. There are a couple of other tools and weapons we might want to craft with bronze some point in the future too. But for the time being, let's craft one more thing. TerraFirmaCraft changes a lot of mobs, but it does not get rid of horses. If we come across a horse, we're going to want to be able to take it back with us. So I'm going to carry around a saddle with me, and I should also carry around some sugar, probably, which I can make from some sugar cane out there. Okay, let's put away our knife, pull back out the things we'll want to bring with us. So sad about that bolt. I'm only carrying one bolt around with me because these guys don't actually fit in vessels, and apparently they don't fit in the quiver, which is incredibly sad. I wish they did. Oh well. It's added. The crossbow is added by TerraFirma, which is a mod for TerraFirmaCraft, but, you know, not by the same author. Okay, so we will sleep away the night, and then we will head for some magnetite. Let's turn on our waypoints. Let's see where the nearest iron-bearing ore is. Silver, bismuth. Oh, what? Oh. Hi there, buddy. Siderite. Huh. Okay, so apparently we are far enough out that we don't actually see any iron. Huh. It would appear, looking at this list of waypoints, that I've never even marked any iron. Well, that just means we can turn off our waypoints, grab some of this, drink so we can run, grab some of the sugar as promised in case we come across a horse. Because how awesome would that be? Riding around on a horse. And let's set off for adventure. This is a fine problem to have anyway. And I gave the sheep some decoration because anvils apparently don't fit in boxes, so, or chests. So the sheep get a cool new feature in their enclosure. Anyway, this is a fine outcome because there is another resource that we are going to want very soon called graphite. And while we're out here, we might as well collect some fruit tree saplings if we can get them. None that time, but the branches will grow back, and sometime in the future we can grab whatever kind of tree that is. So, yes, we're going to set out in search of iron, but also... Oh, hey buddy. Oof. Okay, we don't have armor yet. Once we get armor, for your pleasure and mine, I will fight a bear. But not until then. We will have to make ourselves, you know, a set of gladiator gear before we go after a bear. I am happy to kill or die to the occasional mob in the name of entertainment, but I figure the fight should be halfway fair, or if not halfway fair, at least rigged in my favor. So yes, I am going to explore a little bit more. We are looking for graphite, iron. I also, if we found some cows, probably we could lead them back. Another bear. Huh. Of course, standing on an unloaded chunk, so we can see all the delicious caves beneath him. Yeah, and now he's coming our way. So, anyway, I will see you... Oop. I just took a look at my timer. I hate to disappoint, but rather than seeing you in a few minutes, I think I will see you next episode. Bye.